Wonderfest, visit the Federation Models booth. They had a huge booth with lots of different models. I picked up a few I really wanted to add to my collection. This is the, of course, Colonial Shuttle from Battlestar Galactica, 1/72nd scale. This was a $70 model, which for this level of detail and something that you can't get elsewhere, I think it's a good price. A highly detailed resin kit, decals included. Now it did have some packing peanuts. I went ahead and removed those. I hate packing peanuts. Got a separate bag of component parts. Of course, naturally being resin, there is some flash, a little cleanup to be done with those. But they do seem to be pretty good. I don't see any bubbles. So that's or any obvious voids in those, and it does have quite a bit of detail. I'll go ahead and pull some of these out of here so we can get a better look at them. Okay, there we go. Front side and the back side. Like I said, it's a little rough here and a little flash, just a little cleanup work. But the detail is pretty good there. You know, exhaust nozzles. Need a little work again, a little cleanup, but the detail is good. Looks like there's one little void there that's going to have to be adjusted, but it's good quality. I believe this is the part of the landing gear. Again, you can see there's flash, as you're going to have on any resin kit, but pretty nice little part. Another highly detailed component part. Another nozzle. Now this one does look like it's going to have a, I don't know if you can see in there very well or not, but it does look like it's going to have a little filling inside there. There is some minor voids, but that's the way resin is. You can't have everything perfect on all these. Another little detailed piece. And another detailed piece. So anyway, that's the majority of the stuff in the sack. Looks pretty good. Engine nozzles, pour spout there, needs a little cleanup, little bubble there, but basically it's pretty clean. Of course, you've got the nozzles that go over this part, and the ridges all look pretty good. This one's also pretty clean. Now that bubble is in the same place. That actually might be a detail, so I better check into that before I start filling. Show you what I'm talking about. Both of them have a bubble in line with that. So don't know. I'll research that before I do any filling. Then I've got the model itself. Now this is light, so this cannot be a solid cast. Unfortunately, it is one piece, but it does have some great details. And just looking at this, there's really no detail here on the back except the extra add-in resin parts. And then we've got this big center line going down through here. So I believe when I build this model, I'm going to attempt to light it. Get one of the razor saws and cut along this seam here to split this into two, where I can go in and light the windows and put some other lighting inside the model. But it is definitely too light to be a solid cast piece, so I do believe it won't be any problem. Well, not a lot of problem to go in. Use a little razor saw, cut along the seam, make two pieces of it where you can actually get inside it to do your lighting. Like I said, I got it from Federation Models. It looks like it's produced by Alliance, producing resin models from all universes. You can see the page there with the coloring and the paint, some of the other details that it was showing, and then the landing gear here on the bottom. Little painting guide showing the red streak there, and the exhaust nozzles and how the front's supposed to be. Says decals best applied over a glossy surface. As we all know, apply glossy paint or spray clear gloss coat on your model before applying decals. Carefully cut out the decal from the sheet. Using tweezers, dip the decal in plain water for 5 seconds. Anyway, lay the decal on your work surface for 30 seconds and slide it into position on the model. The decal setting solution may be used to help the decal conform to regular surfaces and hide the decal film. And attempts to make it look painted on. That's part of the instructions. Of course, most of us have seen all that before. And the instructions are pretty straightforward. There's not a lot to it. Biggest part is the engine. I do like the fact that the engines are separate because it's going to be a lot easier to cut out since I don't have to worry so much about damaging a lot of detail on the model, and having a center line going around there is going to make it even easier to do. The included decals is basically just the insignia for Gal 356, so not a lot of information there. Like I said, it was packed in packing peanuts, which is a great idea for shipping and moving it around. However, here at home, I'm not going to be concerned with that. Just keep all the parts in this box and together until I get ready to work on it. Of course, preparation for resin models, lots of people have different techniques. My technique is just get as hot as possible tap water, which is nowhere near boiling. It wouldn't burn you if it was left on for a couple of minutes. It's probably a good 120 or 30 degrees though. Usually for something this size, a shoebox would be the perfect size, plastic shoebox. Dishwashing detergent in it, submerged, even if it means I might have to put a weight on part of it to hold it down and then let it soak. And I like to just set it in there and let it soak for 24 hours. Let the dish detergent do its work. Then you can, if you want, brush it lightly with like a toothbrush to finish cleaning it, rinse it thoroughly, and then get ready to do the modification and for the assembly. Unfortunately, this one goes into the stash because I do want to get this one done. It's something I've been wanting to pick up for a while, but I do have some others that I'm in process now, so this one is for the stash.